Your babe has been in Canada for 20 years. Sometimes when I look back, it just feels like yesterday. So on my channel today, I would like to share with you 10 things that I have learned over the years. Some of the things that I wish I knew back then, and some of the things that I got to learn over these years. Things that are going to have a serious, huge impact on your life if you don't put it together, all right? And I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, because I know sometimes as a newcomer, we have this tendency to think that when somebody is giving you advice, or they want to show that I've been here for this amount of years, I'm going to figure out by myself. I don't need your help. No. Everyone needs help. You're not going to know everything. I promise you, if you apply at least 6 of these things, you will live to tell the story. That is why I am here today, to share what I want to share with you. Number 1, do not kill yourself for any employer or any company. What I mean by that is this. Most times, we try to overdo. Especially when you come from Africa, we overwork ourselves. We just overdo in everything. Working extra hours, taking less time off and everything, thinking that we're pleasing our bosses. You're not pleasing any boss. At the end of the day, you will end up being underappreciated, looking stupid, getting used. When you work for a company, if your target is 5 years, do your target 5 years, gain your experience, and get out. Don't say to yourself, oh, am I going to leave them in a good state? Is it too early for me to leave? Do not have any guilt in your heart. Get your experience. When you feel like, okay, I have learned basically everything. There is nothing else left for me to learn here. I need to evolve. You live and evolve. Don't say, I'm going to sacrifice myself. I want to be the best worker. I'm going to get something at the end of the day. If I do more hours, if I kiss my boss's ass and everything. That thing doesn't work in Canada. When you're in Africa, yes, it does work. Let me give you guys an example. You spending 20 plus years in a company in Canada is regarded as you are a non-ambitious person. Is regarded as you are a weirdo. That why are you so limited that you don't want to explore other things? And when you spend those amount of years with one company, first of all, you're not going to be appreciated. There's going to be no salary growth. There's going to be no growth in your skills. You're going to be very limited. You will just know what you know. So, even if you have been there for a long time, you have no new skills, like I said. So, to be able to ask for a raise is going to be very difficult. Even if they're going to give you stuff like maybe $2,000 a year, when you could actually get more if you left that job and went to work for another company and put your skills in play, ask for whatever amount you want, the max is going to happen. You guys are going to bargain and they will tell you, okay, we can give you $90,000 a year. We can give you $86,000 a year. But when you stay in the company for so long, sometimes the more the years evolve, you might start feeling weird and uncomfortable. And now you want to change jobs. And now it's going to be late. It's not even it might be. It's going to be late. Because now you have been working for one specific company for 20 something years. Now you have to go back into the world where our generation, Gen Zs, our brains are like this. We have so many skills. When an employer is going to look at your CV, he's going to be like, can you please tell me why you spent 20 years in this company? And you're going to feel weird. The only way you can be different is maybe if you were the kind of person that as you're working those 20 years, you're also doing side researches, learning things out of work and everything. But most times, people that stay so long at one workplace is because they are comfortable. They're looking for comfort. They're not trying to evolve. They are looking for comfort. And you don't want that for your life. You want to be constantly evolving. Comfort in this country is going to cost you a lot. So like I said, max you should spend in a company is 5 years. And it's not because you have been somewhere for a very long time and they can't get rid of you anytime. They can get rid of you anytime. Those are employers that you're trying to please. When it's time to get rid of you, they will look at you dead in the eyes like this, cold. Summon you for a meeting and tell you that we're very sorry, we have to let you go. And it doesn't matter how much you cry. Or if you have people with better skills than you, they'll be like, we're going to have to let you go because we found someone more competent. Do you know the kind of flashbacks that'll be passing through your head for the amount of years that you wasted there? So avoid that to the max. The max you should give a company is 5 years. 5 years of your life is more than enough. The more skills you have, the more money you can ask for, the more demanding you can be. Number 2, do not live above your means. Let me give you an example. If you know you want to buy a house, go for a mortgage you can afford. And what I mean by go for a mortgage you can afford is this. Go for a mortgage you can afford as a single unit. That is, as a single person. That you know that whether I am married or I am not married, I can still afford my mortgage. I can still afford to pay for all my bills after my mortgage on a monthly basis. And one thing you have to remember is that the more financial burdens you accumulate, the less freedom you are going to have. What I mean by that is this. Some people, they get jobs, but they end up getting houses, cars that matches their salary. There is no room for savings. There is no room for growth. There's no room for anything. You get a car, you get a house, you use credit cards in a way that everything matches your salary. No. You can even make $140,000 a year as a couple. Now, instead of humbling yourself and try to live a lifestyle that maybe only uses $85,000 or $90,000 of a salary, so that we can still have a good $50,000 that we know that, okay, we're not going to be using, we can have that as a safety net. But you will not do that. You're making $140,000 a year, but you will go and carry a $70,000 car, you will go and carry a $900,000 home. No, try to stay way below your budget. Because what's going to happen is this. Even if you're already married, sometimes what I see happening is that, yes, a couple, one person ends up getting left out. One person is going to be working excessively, and one person is going to be the one to go on vacation with the kids. But at the end of the day, over the years, it's going to become very frustrating because everybody needs to have a good time. Everybody needs to have a vacation. And most times, it's the men that are left behind because that lifestyle is too high. You guys cannot afford to go on holidays as a unit. You gradually saying, you know what, honey? Okay, every holiday, you go on holiday with the kids, I'll stay behind and work. But for how long are you going to do that? You need to also have fun. You're not a machine. You have things that you like. You have hobbies that you like. And you're going to be working. And at some point, you get frustrated. You burn out. And that is how you start wanting to divorce. Stupid things start happening just because of frustration. If you were living below your means, everything was going to be good because everything was going to be equilibrated and balanced. When you live above your means, sacrifices have to be made. And most times, one person is going to be affected. And also, savings doesn't start in your 40s or in your 30s. Remove that from your mind. Savings start in your 20s. The earlier, the better. You know why? Because the older you get, the more responsibilities pile up, obligations pile up on you. You will get married. You will have kids. Your parents are getting older. Your parents are getting sick. You too, you might be getting sick because the older you get, things change. You know, your energy level change, everything changes. So it's better to start saving when you're younger. Let's say you start working your menial jobs when you're like 15. Start saving from 15 till you get married. Some people get married at 38 for men, 40. Some women get married now at 32, 34, 36. If you start menial job at 15 while went to school, you start saving money, 15 to 36. That's a whole 21 years. That's a lot of years to save. You have no responsibility. The max you can spend your money on is traveling because you know that, okay, those ones are memories for life and you're actually enjoying yourself. And the third point is this. Go to school when you can. Go to school when that window is open. And when you go to school, don't only go to school to go to school. I'm talking about university, college. Take the right programs. If your parents cannot advise you, go to guidance counselors. Do your researches. Inquire on what is booming right now, what careers are booming right now. Don't go to school just to say, okay, I'm just going to go and take this program because I want to take it because it's the only one that took me. No, have a target. Inquire what is working right now. Like right now is the IT world. Engineers, nurses, doctors. Inquire. And when you inquire, you have all those careers down. Now you work towards them knowing that, okay, if I need calculus, if I need to have 90%, if I need to have biology 80%, if I need to have chemistry, work towards it. All right, so that by the time you're in grade 12, which is the class where you get to apply for university or college, now you work hard. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to put in the work so that you can have the grades that are going to make it easy for you to apply into those programs. All right, so that when you get into those programs, you're going to be like, okay, I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to be strong. It's only going to be like for 5 years max or 7 years max. But even if it takes longer, at least you know that you got into something that is going to bring you something tomorrow. I know you're not only going to go into something because of finances and everything, but let's be honest with ourselves. Everything nowadays revolves around finance. Everything revolves around money. Money rules the world now. So you can't just go to school and say, I want to go and study literature. I want to go and study English. That is what matters. You don't want to finish a 3-year program and you're up to nothing later on. And later on, you're working as a security guard. Because that is what mainly happens. That is the mistake that a lot of people make. Please, you don't want that for yourself. As soon as you enter high school, that is grade 9, focus. Inquire what is booming right now. What careers are booming? Like I said, the IT world is booming. Nursing, anything medical field, dentist, you will surely make money. Focus on that. Work on your grades. Enter university, do what you gotta do, and you know for sure that when you come out in the next 3 months, you will get a job. Or in the next 6 months, for sure, you will get a job. Don't just go to school to go to school. Go to school wisely. It's not about taking something. It's about taking what is booming at that moment. And that you know is going to keep booming for years to come. When you get it right, there's no greater feeling than that. So when it comes to education, please make the right choices. And discipline is the key. I wish someone had given me this advice. I am really emphasizing on this because especially for my African people, we make those mistakes a lot. It's not just about going to university or college. What are you going to university or college for? You want to make sure that whatever student loan you are taking is worth the program. You can't go and take a program $40,000 and you come out, you can't even find a job. Now you have to work menial jobs to pay for that $40,000. No, it's not good. Number 4, do everything at the right time. If it's time to go to school, go to school. Time for high school, go to high school. Time for university, go to university. Time to work, work. Do everything at the right time. Because when that ship sails, it will only take a very good family, or most times most people have to wait for a spouse to come and save them. But you getting a spouse is not guaranteed. Not everybody is meant to get married, and you're not going to go get married just because you didn't do what you were supposed to do at the right time. No, you don't want to do that. It's only going to lead to frustration, because while your friends are going to high school, if you're not focused in high school, they will go to university and you'll be left behind. And some of you end up dropping out. Then later on in life, you get frustrated. You have to go do GED. Then GED, some of you, sometimes you can't even focus anymore because your life is already a mess. And now you'll be frustrated and bitter because now you see your age mates, your classmates evolving. Now that's when jealousy comes in. That's why I see some people, they're always frustrated. You are going to have discipline and you work hard for everything. You try to discipline yourself to do everything at the right time. Then when you make it now when you show what you worked hard for, they'll be telling you vanity upon vanity. But it's not vanity upon vanity. The person worked hard for it. The person made sacrifices, did what they were supposed to do at the right time, and they are where they are at that moment, and let them be. That's why when you always see people saying vanity upon vanity, those are the ones that let the ship sail. They didn't do what they were supposed to do at the right time, and now they are bitter. Sometimes you see some people, they are so frustrated with their lives. That frustration, if you go and check deep down, they didn't do what they were supposed to do at the right time. That is why I'm repeating again. Do what you are supposed to do at the right time. If you let the ship sail, remember what I said, you are going to become vanity master. Your whole life is going to be vanity upon vanity. Your friend is going to buy a car. Vanity upon vanity. We will all die at the end of the day and leave everything behind. Vanity kill you there. Jealousy. You didn't do what you were supposed to do at the right time. And you only vanity, vanity. Just because you feel like by using your mouth to say vanity, vanity, it's going to make the person feel bad about their hard work. That's why me, I want them to really rub it in your face. Do everything at the right time. Timing is everything. Remember that. Number 5, set achievable goals for yourself and work on achieving those goals. All right. Do not envy people. Be content of what you have. Be content with what you do. Do not envy people, because envy can make you to do crazy things. Envy can bring restlessness. Envy can bring sickness. Envy can bring stupidity, unnecessary things. Set a goal for yourself. Be content. Say to yourself, that is what I want for myself, and that is what I have right now. That is what I am doing. I am happy with what I have. I am happy in my skin. And even if you are to look at other people, you should be looking at them as motivation, not as envy. They should be motivating you. You can be like, this person, how do they do to be doing this and everything? If you can humble yourself and go towards them, if you're interested, and inquire, go towards them and inquire. There's nothing in pride, and there is nothing to gain in envy. Do not be envious. Set achievable goals for yourself. Do not go and kill yourself. Do what you can do for yourself. Do what your brain can take. Go as far as your money can take you. Like I said, look at people as motivation. Because in Canada, if you want to be a copier, if you want to be an envier, you're going to end up destroying yourself. You're going to end up killing yourself because of envy. That's how you find yourself. You will be making enough money to be able to have a good life, but you will go and be indebting yourself just because you're trying to catch up with the others. No, you will be restless, because if you have just to do your 9 to 5 and you're content with that, to go and do your 9 to 5 and come home and have peace, you'll be coming home, you'll be thinking about how Pamela is doing this, Paul is doing this one is doing this. You'll not be sleeping at night, and you'll be having stomach ulcers, developing chronic illnesses. No, whatever path you have chosen, stay in your path, be true to yourself, and just do what you have chosen for yourself, and be content and be happy. Number 6, invest in your health and nutrition. Because I remember back then in Africa, for me to see a bottle of juice was like a treat. It was a miracle. You knew that you would drink even a can of Coke once every week on the weekends. And that was even for people like us that were fortunate to have parents that had a little bit of money. I mean, a can of Coke. You only know that you will drink a can of Coke on the weekend. And that is when maybe they have guest over and all that stuff, because back home, those things are not that available. And our parents were very health conscious back home. I can count the amount of times in a month I used to drink juice back home. I can count. One thing that killed me in Canada, that I can confirm for sure, is that store they call Dollarama. If there is anything that finished my life, that scattered me, is Dollarama. As a kid, I remember when I came to Canada, back home, for me to even find $1 to go and buy candy, I have to pass through my mother, sneak to my grandmother, sneak to my father, play so many games. Sometimes I have to go and steal from my parents' clothes for money and everything to be able to buy one candy. But when I came to Canada, give me $3. I can go to Dollarama, buy a whole pack of biscuits with a bottle of juice. Back then, with $3. So you can imagine, anytime, and when you are new to something, it's going to shock your system. Now I understand why, when I was younger, sometimes my mother did not like giving us money like that, because I can understand now. Because when as a child you have money, things are so cheap here. Everything that is bad for you is cheap. Everything that is bad for you in Canada is cheap. Pop, fruit juices, everything that is bad for you is cheap. Everything that is good for you is very expensive. If you say, I only want to eat fruit to stay away from processed sugar, go and look at the price of fruit. Very expensive, because it's good for you. But everything that is bad for you is very, very, very expensive. Dollarama was a killer for me. So as new immigrants, please watch out for your kids. Do not give them too much pocket money. I know kids are always going to be kids, all right? Even if you have to give them money, start training them from a very young age. Tell them, sit them down. Don't just be yelling at them, I don't want to see you with that. No. Have mature conversation, intellectual conversations. Sit them down. It's not by screaming. Sit them down and be like, okay, honey, you see this thing? It is good once in a while, but on everyday basis, it's going to make you sick. And it's not only diabetes. Different things are involved. I want you to know that whether mommy is around or mommy is not around, I want you to be able to say, I am not going to buy this. It doesn't matter if mommy is around or she's not around. I'm not going to buy this because mommy told me it is not good for me and it's not good for my health. You will tell them everything. You will tell them health is wealth. You will tell them once you lose your health, you have lost everything. And even if you have examples in your family, like aunties or uncles that have made mistakes with food and now they are sick, you give them examples. Explain it to them with facts, with examples. And trust me, even if you give your kids money, they won't go out and misbehave. Because even the Bible said, raise your kids in a way that they shall not depart. So no need to scream. Guide them, tell them why, give them examples. Those images are going to stay in their head and they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to be sick. Oh, mommy told me this and everything. And also at home, do not also frustrate them. Balance things out. You know they are children. At home, you be giving them those things. But just make them understand it's moderation. Don't just say, no, I don't want to see candy in my house. I don't want to see biscuits in my house. Trust me, in Canada, it's not going to work. Back home, it could work. But in Canada, it's not going to work. Back home, you know that if you don't have candy at home, there's a high probability that you go to school, there will be no candy. But in Canada, it's not going to work. You tell your child don't want to see candy at home, the child is going to go to school and see another child with a whole pack of gummy bears. And that thing that you are refusing at home, the day his or her tongue is going to venture on that gummy bear, he's going to realize the wonders of this world. It's going to be very fructitious on their tongue. And from that moment, it's gone. At home, they might pretend. But on the outside, they'll be going crazy. Some of them will even go to the point of bringing candy at home, hiding under the bed, hiding under pillowcases and everything. I did it. So I am telling you, equilibrate everything. Don't be too strict. And as adults, exercise, eat well. Don't just spend money on clothes. Invest in your health. Invest in the kind of fats that you cook your food with. Whatever you put in your mouth, invest on your health. Don't say tomorrow. Invest in your health. Try to exercise. Even if you have a car, try to walk. Always do your best to walk. I know some people in Canada, they cannot walk. I had a friend, even 7 minutes walk. No, let's drive. I have the car home. Let's drive. No, we are not driving. 7 minutes, she cannot walk. Me, I can walk for hours. She cannot walk 7 minutes. And she'll be like, no, I'm healthy. I'm skinny. Being skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. You need to walk around. Shake your heart. A little bit of cardio. Shake your heart. Stretch. Take care of your health and eat well. Alright? Number 7. Never accept a lesser offer than your worth. A lot of African people are guilty of this. You have a skill. You know you master your skill. You master your craft. But I don't know what it is. Sometimes, especially when we come on this side of the world, I don't know if it's inferiority complex. Sometimes when we're in front of white people, we feel like we have to bring ourselves down. If you're confident that you master your craft, when you show up for an interview or show up for whatever it is that you feel like you're competent for, aim for the moon. Then max is going to happen. They're going to say no to you. But aim for the moon. Carry yourself with pride. Never look down on yourself. If you have been in the company for a while, and you have been working there for a while, and maybe they want to give you a managerial position or something, and you feel in your heart that you can do it, do not doubt yourself. Go for it. You are fit for it. You can do it. Go for it. Do not look down on yourself. This one is something that I am very, very strong on because I know it's something that we do. It has happened to me too in the past. Inferiority complex. When you know you can apply for a position, but you'll be like, no, they're not going to give it to me because I'm a person of color. No. Still go for it. Whatever happens is going to happen. Just have the balls to go for it. Even if the people at the head are what you think they are. Maybe there are people that look at color. Just for you to have that balls to say, this is my application. I want to go for this role. They will look at you and they will be like, damn, this person was very daring. This person has something. And you never know. Some of them, they might change their ways just because they saw that you had the balls to make the move. Never underestimate yourself. Go for your what? Don't look down on yourself. You are worth it. You work hard on your craft. You master it. Do not look down on yourself. Number 8, friends are very necessary. Friends are very necessary for your well-being. You need to socialize. Socializing is going to keep you away from depression. You need to socialize. Friends are very important, but set boundaries. Set boundaries both for yourself and for the people around you. What I mean by that is this. Know what you can offer. Know the amount of energy you are willing to discharge and the amount of energy you can't. Know your boundaries. Do not exhaust yourself. In Canada here, nobody has time for exhaustion, especially for friendships. Set boundaries for yourself. Know how far you can go for a friend and know how far you can go for a friend. And set boundaries too for those people. And lower your expectations for friends. Like I said, friends on this side of the world is only for chilling and just having a good time. Always have in the back of your mind that they can disappoint you at any time. But if you say to yourself, you want to get emotional and too deep with everything. You meet somebody today at the office, it's my friend. You meet somebody at the park, it's my friend. You meet somebody at barbecue, it's my friend. You meet somebody through somebody, that person is my friend. No. You meeting somebody through somebody doesn't make that person your friend. It is that person's friend. It is not your friend. Your friend takes you somewhere and you meet his friends and all of a sudden they're your friends. Start calling them. That is when unnecessary things happen. Yes, a few friends might become family with time, but let them prove themselves to you. It's from actions. Don't be expecting too much from somebody. When they come, they come. If you're willing to receive them at your home, you receive them. If you're not willing to receive them, you don't receive them. If you're willing to travel with them, you travel with them. You're not willing, you don't. If you're willing to share some ideas with them, you share. You're not willing to share, you don't share. And you have the right not to feel guilty about it. If they invite you somewhere, you feel like going, you don't feel like going, it's okay. Friendships on this side of the world is more about connections. In short, friendships on this side of the world is not genuine. Back home, there are genuine friendships. Over here, it's not about connections. You see somebody close to you, it's maybe because you are a handy person. They know that, okay, if their toilet is clogged, you can help them unclog the toilet. They know that, okay, you can help them find connection. Maybe you are working in this field, you can help them find connection. Maybe they know that, okay, you have a lot of money, they need money, you can borrow their money. Maybe you are a doctor, you're a nurse, or you're a surgeon. They feel like, okay, if my child needs a surgery, I can call them for that surgery. Everything on this side of the world is business. It's connections. So do not put your heart and go too deep on everything. Trust me, you are going to get hurt. Set boundaries for yourself and set boundaries for people around you. Number 9, family may not always be there for you, especially when you fall, and you can't really get mad at them. You can't really get angry because this side of the world doesn't really permit certain things. Everything is hard, you know. Everything is like this, all right? Everybody is trying to be selfish. Everybody is holding on to their money, holding on to everything, holding on to their time. For somebody to give you that time in this country, you have to be grateful. Family may not always be there for you, and most times even family even they're not always going to be there for you, especially when you fall. That is what I said before. Do things at the right time. Time to go to school, go to school. Time to make money, make money. Work on your health so that you can stay in shape, because at the end of the day, it's only you and God you can put your trust on. Only you and God. Your sibling might say, yeah, we'll always be there for each other. And sometimes some people find themselves even running away from situations. It's not because they are evil. It's not because they want to run away from it. It's because they cannot help you. For you to help someone, you have to have enough for yourself. For me to give you soap, I have to have enough soap for myself to cut soap for you. Some people run away from situations. It's not because they don't want to. They are evil. No. Especially now, times are hard. For somebody to help you now, you have to bring something for them to be able to help you. Not that you just be living your life and be careless with your life and just live your life recklessly and just think people are going to be there for you. No. Even your mom can disappoint you, but the person that gave birth to you can be cold towards you when you fall. Your dad can disappoint you. These are things that happen every day. But it doesn't necessarily mean they are wicked people. It's just they do not have enough soap to cut some for you. That's why you need to do everything to care for yourself so that you don't find yourself in a position where it's quite uncomfortable and you become a burden on others. All right? So family might not always be there for you. Family might fail you. Let me even say, abroad, there is no family. Forget all those. Abroad has the way of bringing out every human being's dark side. Because there's no time to relax here. There's no time to relax. People are not relaxed. Abroad here has a way of bringing every human being's dark side, evil side. Greed. You can know somebody back home. The person wasn't a greedy person, but they came abroad, they became extra greedy. But it's the way the environment is. Everyone is thought to be greedy. This one is my own, that one is my own. It's my family or nothing. It's me or nothing. Everybody is selfish. Abroad has a way of bringing it out. Whether I like it or not, he has a way of bringing it out. Sometimes even you come, you'll be so kind. But the way people will deal with you in your environment, you'll be forced to become a beast too. Because on this side of the world, when you are too kind, you are going to suffer. Kindness is seen as a sign of weakness and stupidity. When you are too kind, you are going to suffer. Even within the family. You can be the kindness. That's why you need to be very careful with your finances. Even with family. The way you're being careful with friends, with outsiders, that's how you should be careful too with family. Because family, you give them this finger, they'll bite the whole hand. You need to be very careful with your finances. Do not listen to, I will, if this happens, I will for you. No, it's actions. Watch what they have been doing over the years. It's actions. Before you can bring out your money like that. To be every situation you want to play God, you want to go and resolve. This person is going through this thing, you're resolving. This person wants to borrow, you're borrowing. This person wants to do, no, you are not Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Even him, he came here, sacrificed himself for us, and he was still betrayed. So you have to be wise. Family will always be there for you. That one is a fact. And when you are coming to Canada or abroad, remove family from your mind. It's going to help you function better. Remove family from your mind. Removing family from your mind will make you hustle more, hustle harder. Because you know you have nobody. But when you say, I have uncle, I have auntie, I have my mother, you always want to be laid back like this, you will fail. You will fail. And you're going to get the shock and disappointment of your life. Remove family from your mind. And number 10, please. I know it's very hard, especially for us black people. Minimalize gossiping. I know gossiping can be very healthy. Even as a couple, with your family, minimalize gossiping. Minimalize criticizing people. Minimalize looking down on people. Always having negative things to say about people. When you chill with people, be genuine. Because one thing I noticed abroad here, too much fakeness. When you chill with people, be genuine, at least to 70%. Not that you're in front of somebody today. bestie. Some of you are done having a barbecue with somebody not even 2 seconds ago. As soon as you step in your car, who does she think she is? Who does he think he is? Look at her. Did you see what she was wearing? Did you hear that thing? Did you hear that her husband are getting divorced? Did you? I have seen that thing a lot to the point that it is so disgusting. Minimalize gossiping. It's not healthy. Be genuine. People are already suffering a lot mentally here abroad. People are already suffering a lot. So when they let you into their homes, when they let you into their gatherings and everything, it's because they expect you to have a little bit of decency. A lot of people abroad here are just toxic. Somebody is going to be in your home every day, but if you see the things they say about you, some of you are chilling with your own killers you don't even know. Like I said, minimalize gossiping, please. It's not healthy. If you have something to tell someone, tell them. Shoot at them. I'm not happy with this and everything, and try to work around it. That's how you build solid bond with people. Don't have something with Suzanne, then you go and tell Rebecca behind Suzanne's back. It is very toxic. Some people, that is their lifestyle. Every time they come back from the office, gossip. They come back from a function, gossip. Always find something to do. Find a way to keep yourself busy. Go out. Gossips destroys a lot of things. And sometimes you think you have friends, you have besties that you feel like you gossip to and it's not going out there. Sometimes you're walking out there. People have a lot of things against you. It's just that they haven't told you. It's just that Canada has a lot of rules and regulations in place. Police, their systems and everything. But trust me, there are people out there that hold so many grudges towards you that if they could poison you, if they could set up people somewhere to beat the hell out of you, if they could set up people somewhere to harm you, they were gonna do it. It's just that you are abroad and they have a system set up in place and everybody is just trying to be straight, not to get into trouble. If you could only know the amount of blessings that some of you guys did block from your life just because of your mouth, this is your public toilet, you will stop gossiping. Minimalize gossips. Even in your office, it's going to affect you because you'll be doing your normal life at home with your family and you say, it's only at home now, it's only with my family. Trust me, you will take it to your office. You will take it to your office, and that's how some of you guys get fired. You can't last in your workplaces because of gossips. You'll be laughing with Barbara right now. Barbara, what is wrong with you? Oh, my stomach was hurting me yesterday and everything. Or maybe, oh, my husband was going through a divorce. Please tell no one. As soon as Barbara turns her back, oh my God. Have you heard? Barbara told me she's getting divorced. Please don't tell anyone. It's only between me and you. Some of you, that's why you cannot maintain jobs. You'll be wondering, why did I get fired? It's because of your mouth. Learn how to turn off this your stupid running tap. Turn it off. Too much gossip. Turn it off. So these are some of the points that I had for you. And I hope it's going to help some of you guys out there so that you can have a much more easier and a much more smooth path. Because that is what I want for you, alright? I don't want you to suffer. I don't enjoy seeing you suffering. I don't enjoy seeing you fall in the same holes that I fell in. I want your path to be much more smoother. It's all in your hands now. And like I said, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just here to give you the knowledge that I have. And it's just for you to be selective. Take what you can take of it. And just try to see how it fits into your lifestyle, alright? And try to see which one you can copy, which one you can apply, and which one you can apply into your life, alright? Canada is actually not a place where you're supposed to struggle. It's not supposed to be hard for you to make it in Canada. It's just that there are some keys to some holes that you're supposed to have. That are supposed to help you. That are supposed to help you channel through your path, alright? That are supposed to help you open doors. Canada is actually not hard. And these are the keys that I have given you right now. I promise you, if you apply at least 6 of these things, you will live to tell the story. If you remember me, you will come and comment on my channel one day and say, Linda, I listened to you last time, I applied it and it worked. If you apply 6 of these things that I share with you, I promise you, doors are going to be open for you in Canada. Canada is not as difficult as you think. It's difficult most times because people that will come and meet here don't tell us the truth. Alright? They don't tell us the truth. Some people want us to suffer. Some people enjoy seeing you suffer. Some people enjoy seeing you cry. Some people, you come in front of them, you say, this happened to me and everything. I don't know how I didn't know this and everything. They have the answer, but they will not give it to you. This is me giving you these things freely. So use it wisely and do something different with yourself. Get to your goals faster than I did, or than how some of us did. If you like what this video was all about, thumbs up my video. If you have forgotten to subscribe. If you like my video, share with your friends, share with your family members. Thank you very much. Bye.